While the world watched Gaza from afar, some people decided to go there, not for politics or for publicity, but for help. One of them was the brave Dr. Chun, a Taiwanese plastic surgeon who went with Doctors Without Borders on a mission specifically to Naaser Medical Hospital in Khan Yunus, where he worked on treating severe injuries. Dr. here to join us today and share his story, a story of compassion, courage, and humanity. Thank you very much for coming here, Dr.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for your time. Alhamdulillah, you are back here safely with your family and to your home. Thank you very much. Dr. to begin with, when did you decide to go to Gaza, and what motivated that decision to join Doctors Without Borders on this mission?
Okay. I first joined Doctors Without Borders in 2019, but then there was a gap between my joining and then my first assignment. Mm-hmm. So the first assignment came in early 2024. It was to Gaza due to the ongoing conflict. And so that was actually also my very first MSF mission.
Oh, so you went directly to Gaza during the wartime.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
Before going to Gaza, how did you prepare yourself? I mean, professionally and mentally. Did you face any challenges before your departure?
Actually, I did a lot of preparation, and mostly from the information that MSF provided me. So they provided me with a lot of local situations, the ongoing situation, any recent changes, and what I would be expected to see to perform there, to what kind of surgeries to perform there, and everything that I might encounter during the process. The other things, I mainly gathered the information from news or the internet about any information about Gaza and everything related. Yeah.
Did you get the correct picture before going to Gaza, or?
Everything MSF provided me was very accurate, but I kind of noticed that the things that I was able to see on the internet and on the news was just maybe a little bit of the things that I saw there.
I mentioned that we have met Dr. Hung before. Dr. Hung, who is the other Taiwanese doctor, also was on a mission with Doctors Without Borders to Gaza. Unless Dr. Hung, as I remember, he went before the situation escalated. He went in 2023, maybe yes. June or July. Yes. But you, Dr. Hung, Dr. you went directly in 2024.
That's right, yes.
During the conflict.
Yes.
What was your first impression when you went to Gaza? The life there, the hospital, the situation?
My impression when I went to Gaza was shocking, to say the least. It started from the first minute I stepped in Gaza. We went through a very difficult and very prolonged process. It took several days and a lot of changing cars and everything, UN convoys, armed vehicles, so passed through a lot of checkpoints until we went in Gaza. And the first minute I stepped in, we saw a lot of trucks just outside the border of Gaza, a lot of truck drivers. They were crouching on the floor, and we even saw a truck driver that was shot dead on the side of the road. So it was very shocking at the first moment, starting from the very first moment.
Before even entering Gaza.
Yes, before even entering the majority of Gaza, just at the border. And then after, passing through the streets, the totally destroyed streets, seeing all the people, it was also very shocking to me. I already knew what I would see on the street, but it was an entirely different thing when you see it for yourself. You see these children, these people on the streets, and all the tents and everything. Yes, it was very shocking. And then the next great shock came when I started work in the hospital. So the hospital was as a hospital, I was in the trauma unit. So all the patients that came to that unit were trauma. So the traumas were all all from bombs and gunshots and some burn injuries. So it was very overwhelming. The number, the intensity of the injuries, and also the percentage of patients that were children, it was all very shocking to me. Yes.
Yeah, I believe it was. The team you used to work with in Nassar Hospital, was it foreigners or maybe locals?
The majority were local staff. So they have the Palestinians in Gaza. They are actually very well trained, very well educated. So the professionals in hospitals, they do a great job. We have nurses, anesthesiologists, doctors, surgeons, and physiologists and psychologists, everyone. So most of these are local staff. And for MSF, we have foreigners like me, so we come from all different countries. We go in with our professions to help and to carry out the assignment. But we were only just a very small portion of all the people that worked there.
Yeah. I believe working there was extremely difficult situation. Could you walk us through what a typical day in Gaza looked like for you?
For me, it would be different for the locals, but for me, for us, we wake up early in the morning, and then we maybe if there's a breakfast, then we have a little bit, then we go to the hospital, and then we start the work. And the process from going from where we sleep to the hospital is difficult in itself. That means that we need to apply to the authorities. So what time, how many people are going through what route to the hospital. So everything has to be confirmed and allowed, and then we can departure for the hospital. And then when we get to the hospital, as I'm a plastic surgeon, so my main work is to perform surgeries in the hospital. So we start in the morning, and there would be a very, very long list every day of these patients that are injured by bombs and guns and burn injuries. So we start surgery after surgery, and then there are these patients that are staying in the hospital, these inpatients. And sometimes the outpatient department, there would be some difficult cases, so I would go and check if they need any specific treatment. So it would be non-stop, and then all the way to the afternoon.
So how many hours you used to work there?
We work around 8 hours or something.
I believe it was very intense hours because you have to go.
I could do longer shifts, but it's actually not safe for the patients to do longer shifts. But for the locals, because the number of patients is just overwhelming, so sometimes they do overtime shifts. So like maybe 24 hours or something like that. Yeah.
You mentioned that there was specific time you have to go out and come back. Yeah. Did you feel safe there? Like being a foreigner on the road?
There would be two aspects. The first is that being in Gaza means that you hear bombs, you hear gunshots, you hear drones, you hear planes and tanks 24 hours every day. So there's this constant sound of bombing in the background. So in that kind of situation, you wouldn't feel very relaxed or safe. But on the streets, because the Palestinian people, they are very, very friendly to us. I wouldn't feel anything dangerous. On the street, but the sense of danger would come from all the the war, the sound of war. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Palestinians there, Gazans. How did you find them?
I think the one thing that was out of my expectation was the Palestinian people, because before I went to Gaza, I would imagine that if I was a Palestinian living in Gaza, I would be in constant anger and constant depression, because what you see in the news, their living situation, the number of families and friends that they have lost, I would be in constant negative emotion. But what I didn't expect was that they were just very, I would say, happy sometimes. But the happy is not like, oh, they have nothing to worry about. It's that I think it's in their personality, in their genes, that they're very resilient, they're very optimistic, and they're very, very friendly to us, I mean, as foreigners. So, as you know, the food is very scarce in Gaza, but sometimes they just offer a lot to us that I feel guilty sometimes, because I don't usually eat lunch during surgeries in the middle. So I have to constantly say no to all the offering.
And they keep on offering
the food and the coffee and everything. I mean, the offering is sometimes just cans of food, but it's something that I wasn't expecting. Yeah.